The greatest Larry Bird trash talker story ever told.
But in practice, I had to play against Larry Bird. And you know, as a competitor, when you're matched up against someone who's touted as the best, you have pride as an individual player.
Right.
You're
Right.
not just going to go into practice and lay down. And this dude used to come into practice every day and go, Dick, sorry, I got kicked ass today. And I would be like, nah,
Oh
that's not gonna
man.
happen. He'd be like, yeah, nah, yes it is. I'm don't take it personal, but I'm really gonna kick your ass.
Oh
And that's how
man.
practice would start off, Jay.
Right.
And
Right.
I would be like, all right, let's go at it.
As great as Larry Bird was in the game, wasn't even close to the things that he did and said in practice. And
Mm.
Ed Pinkney, who played for the Boston Celtics alongside Larry Bird, would get to see firsthand, up close and personal, that all of the trash talking stories that he heard about Larry Bird were true.
I mean, he'd go by an
Mm.
opposing team's bench, and I
Right.
mean, and it was never a team that
Look at the
was a
ladies.
bad team. It was always a good team. I can remember a particular game we played against the Clippers, and it was a better than normal year for the Clippers. And sometimes I would get the start, and I would play in the front court with Bird and with Parrish.
Bird and Pinckney will start at the forwards. Of course, Kevin McHale will come in and play more minutes than Pinckney at the power forward spot. The Harper went out of bounds in Boston controls. Bird finds Pinckney all alone for the reverse jam.
Good
Ken
dunk.
Norman looked like he got lost.
Because McHale came off the bench. He was, year in and year out, one of the six men of all time. And we were out there, close game.
And nobody ever remembers Clippers being favored over the Celtics before. Bird with about 3 or 4 moves before he takes it off the glass. Bird gets his second field goal of the fourth period, has 23 points. Clippers by 5, 2:20 to go in the ball game. And Bird, that's a 2-pointer. Clippers by 3.
Bird is having an okay game, but it's tight in the end.
The man for Boston has been Reggie Lewis off the bench. 28 points, his season high.
Lewis.
He was the man who just hit the go-ahead free throws. Charles Smith against McHale. Got Parrish airborne. Smith with a bucket. 5.1 seconds remaining. Boston wants and gets a timeout. Oh my, Charles Smith. That took a lot of poise.
Bird tells the coach, I'm gonna get the ball in the corner and I'm gonna shoot a 3 and the game is over. He told the
opposing team. He's
what he was
right,
gonna do. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, come on. I mean, you hear these stories, but they can't be true. It was like a normal occurrence, Jay. But that was one of my first years on the team, and I'm saying to myself, like, I can't. I mean, the dude just told the opposing team where he was going to shoot the ball from.
Johnson, Parrish, Reggie Lewis, Bird, and McHale on the floor for the Celtics.
That's a cold dude,
with 5.1 seconds to
Larry
go.
Bird.
And just as Larry Bird said, he gets to his spot, but this time, instead of letting Bird get his shot off, he gets double teamed and fouled as he goes up to shoot.
Into Bird. He's fouled with 0.2 of a second remaining on the shot attempt. Larry Bird, who shoots at a 92% clip, draws the foul from Charles Smith.
And with 2 free throws to win the game, the greatest clutch shooter in NBA history goes to the line and does exactly what everyone expects him to do.
Look at Larry saying to the crowd, come on, yell a little bit louder. Bird shooting 92%. He gets the first. It's tied. This will effectively win the game with 0.2 of a second remaining. Well, I've seen stranger
That gotta
things
suck
happen,
for the
Bobby.
other
Never really
team.
know here, but he's got to knock this one.
This shit would piss me off bad.
Doesn't even look, just walks right off the court and into the locker room. And everybody's like,
Boston escapes with a 1-point lead, and the Clippers are yet to defeat Boston in LA since the move from San Diego.
And everybody was like, yeah, he does that all the time. It's that's just what he does. And it was incredible to watch him play and to witness his greatness, man. It was unbelievable.
There's Bird, came off the baseline screen, goes to the left hand. Bird has 14 now.
And what you saw in the game was nothing compared to what Larry Bird did in practice, according to Quinn Buckner, who won a title with Larry Bird in 1984 and played on the Celtics during some of the greatest years of Larry Bird's career.
When I got to Boston, he was the first person I went to because we're from similar backgrounds. I'm Midwest. He was at Indiana, and I got to watch him in his heyday. And I'm telling you, what you saw in the game wasn't even close to what he did in practice. I'll give you an example, and this is just a small example. Larry, if you're playing, shootout where everybody has to shoot the ball at the basket and try the first one to get them in, Larry could literally hit your ball in the air and knock his in the basket, and would do that. If you're about to win, he would do that. He'd hit your ball in the
Hit your ball in the air. Yeah. I used to do that too. When we used to play Lightning, I think that's the game called.
air and let your ball knock his in the rim.
Wow.
And
Deflected off your ball.
Off your ball.
Yeah.
It's incredible. He did things like that when he just felt like being basically superior because he was good enough that he could do all of those things all the time.
Oh, wait a second. Off the glass.
That check's had my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing.
This is how much of a psychological edge that Larry Bird had over the league, because it wasn't enough to be the best shooter on the team, but Larry Bird had to make sure to talk trash and demoralize you to the point that you would never even think to question his shooting ability versus anybody in the world.
And I'll tell you a crazy story. Mark Polanski, one of my Villanova teammates,
Yes, remember him.
would come to Celtic practice. He was a New England guy, and he'd occasionally come to practice.
Okay.
And Mark said to me one day before practice, he said, "Man, I want to just shoot against Larry. You think I could do it? Like, think I want to just challenge him in the shooting?"
Right.
And Mark Polanski is one of the all-time shooters at Villanova.
Bro,
And I
he
would
was
just
making
tell him,
that
like,
look
"Mark,
so smooth.
you're not beating Birdie. I'm telling you,
right,
don't
right,
bother me with this stuff. You're not going to win in the shooting contest." But I mean, that's how my practices were every day. I mean, it was great to compete against those guys and learn what it meant to be like a high-level pro.
Larry Bird was so good that even while at the tail end of his career, he made sure that the young players knew that he was twice as good as any of them. Because when Brian Shaw got to the Celtics and played with Larry Bird from 1988 to 1991, Larry Bird literally challenged him and another young player, Reggie Lewis, to a game of 1-on-2 and 2 NBA players versus one aging Larry Bird.
What?
Now that's greatness.
Then when
Larry Bird
I ain't never heard of that.
opens up with a double.
That's pretty cool. 1-on-2.
Bird over Malone.
Mm.
Bird's 2 out of 3 from the floor. Bird feeling it from outside. He's 3 out of 4, and they've all been from the perimeter early in the game.
Kevin McHale was locking Karl Malone up on the other end, and Larry was talking about, yeah, we two bad white boys, ain't we?
Two-man game with Bird and McHale's 2 for 2. McHale is 3 for 3 from
Let
Larry
me get him
Bird.
started.
Malone and McHale mixing it up already in this game. Malone really pounding McHale on that entry pass. After McHale hit 4 in a row, Karl started to get tough with him.
And all because of Larry Bird's trash talk.
Bird from 20. Bird cocked his thumb back in his finger and pointed his finger at Tony Brown and went, "Pow, got you." When he's feeling good, he talks a little trash.
Well,
What'd
he
you
does.
say?
He's been known to say a little bit while out on the floor.
But believe it or not, Larry Bird's teammates got it even worse in practice. In fact, Larry Bird talked so much trash to Ed Pinckney in practice that he didn't even want to take his kids to go trick-or-treating at Larry Bird's house because he didn't want to hear Larry's mouth. It literally scarred him for life.
Every single
feel
day
him,
in
though.
practice, I had to play against Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
Right.
Legendary Hall of Fame front line. So, like, Chris Ford, because Larry was Larry, would run most of the offense through him.
Right.
So if there was a particular set that didn't go right, he would say, "Stop, run that back again." And I'd be like, "Nah, let's keep the play going, man.
Right.
Come on, he didn't score that time." And Chris Ward would be like, "No, we're not looking for that option on the play. We want to get into the second and third part of the option of our play because, they might defend that." And of course, it would go right back to Larry, and Larry would score and This dude, you want to talk about trash? This dude would talk so much trash, man. It was unbelievable. I mean, you know my son, right? They would be like, hey, Dad, let's go trick-or-treating. Come on, we'll go by Parrish's house. We'll go by Bird's house. We'll go by Kel's house. Right. I'd be like, I'm not taking y'all by Larry's house, man. There's no way. I don't want to hear his trash talk. We gotta go by the other two guys. But I mean, that guy talked more trash and would back it up as years have gone on. He sort of gets pushed by the wayside, but not many people talk about Bird, and I think that's a disservice.
And whether people continue to talk about Larry Bird or not, he will forever be remembered by all of his teammates because Larry Bird had an unbelievable confidence from day one as a rookie in the NBA. And after all the hype that Larry Bird had coming out of college, he immediately silenced one teammate that was his biggest doubter, Cedric Maxwell, who played on the Boston Celtics from 1977 to 1985 and won 2 championships alongside Larry Bird. But when Larry arrived as a rookie, Cedric Maxwell got the first glimpse of how great Larry Bird would be in the league in their very first practice.
When I walk in the first day of camp, them guys were on the floor stretching, and here comes the white savior, here comes this. Comes
the white savior.
I sort of enjoyed it because I knew I was going to battle them all day.
I was the first guy really to guard Larry. And I remember I was like you. I was a king of the mountain. I was averaging about 20 to 10 when Bird got here.
Maxwell has another rebound and another 2 points and a chance for a 3-point play. And this crowd loves it. And as look at this, 28 points and 15 rebounds.
Yeah. So I'm thinking he's coming as a build. I'm looking at him, but we have the first practice. I'm thinking like, this ought to be a piece of cake. Yeah. Guy don't look fast, don't look good. Yeah. I'm about to do something to him.
I'm thinking, he's slow, he can't get off a shot. He's not that strong. This is gonna be a layup. Bam, knocks down a jump shot. Okay, maybe that was luck. Gets the ball again. Bam, knocks down another jump shot. Now I'm thinking like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm finna D this guy up. I'm gonna show him what it's like. 20 feet away. Bam. 25 feet away. Bam. My mind just goes something like, damn, this white guy can play.
Boy, I'm telling you what, it changed my opinion about racism in this world.
Damn.
Because I remember he scored the first basket jet on me, but as I proceeded, he kept going further and further and further away. And by the end of the practice, it finished. The first black person I got to, I said, you know what? That fucking white guy can play down there. Then every other person of color would ask me when the Celtics got ready to play, they're like, yo, man, how's this kid Bird? You about to find out.
Oh, bro, you about to find out. Damn, here go another Larry Bird story, but I know these NBA fights. That shit always, man, every time I get to the end of my video, it always leak a video in my playlist. Chad, this crazy fights in NBA history, this is a video that we might be watching one day. Some more NBA fights, but bro, yeah. You don't know about him, you definitely about to find out. That's a good saying right there, cornbread. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the Larry Bird, the Larry Legend, the Larry Bird, Larry. Hey man, make sure I hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. We on the road to 10,000. We have 5,000, but I want 10. You know what I'm saying? And then once we get 10, I'm gonna ask y'all for 20. So let's get to 10. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate, spending time with me watching this video, reacting. And if you want to share this with your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, dad, son, little bro, Gen Z, whoever, I'm pretty sure you got somebody young that don't know about Larry Bird. You can send this to them. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.